Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Going to be giving you my predicted 11 for Manchester United's game against Leeds at Elland Road. So I'm going to go with the 4-3-3 formation. So in goal, David De Gea. David De Gea did very well in the 2-0 win against Brighton. He made some good saves. De Gea has been superb this season. He's now back to his best. Don't forget, De Gea got named the Premier League's Player of the Month for January. He became the first goalkeeper to win the award in 6 years. Well, De Gea has won everything domestically at the football club. And he's made over 500 appearances for Man United in all competitions. This season has been his 11th season at Man United, so he has been a very long servant. He's been with us since the Sir Alex Ferguson era. His contract at Manchester United expires next year. Right back, Diego Dalot. Diego Dalot played very well in the 2-0 win against Brighton. He got forward well, got in some good positions, and defensively he was good. Dalot's really impressed me under Rangnick. He's our first choice right back under Rangnick. Last season, Dalot had a loan spell with AC Milan. Reflecting on that, he gained some experience. Dalot's been at the club for quite a few years now. Manchester United got him from Porto. Man United paid £19 million for him. We brought him in under the Jose Mourinho era. Dalot's contract at Manchester United expires next year. Do you think he'll leave Man United in the summer? He has been subjected to transfer speculation before. So yeah, Dalot right back. The two centre backs, I'm going to go with Raphael Varane and Harry Maguire. Varane will come in for Victor Lindelof. Varane didn't play in the 2-0 win against Brighton. He was named in the squad, but he pulled out in the warm-up due to illness. He's had stomach pains. Varane is available though for this game against Leeds. Most of the time when Varane plays, he seems to make the difference. Well, Varane is regarded as one of the best centre-halves in the world. He's highly experienced and he's got a good pedigree behind him, because look at the amount of silverware he won when he was at Real Madrid. Manchester United signed Varane last summer for 41 million with add-ons included. Varane's under contract to Man United until 2025. There's an option of a further year. Varane has had a couple of injuries since he signed for Man United. The first injury he got was a groin injury, and then the second injury was a hamstring injury. Harry Maguire, he played in the 2-0 win against Brighton, and to be fair, he did well. You know, he looked solid at the back. He was good in possession. He brought the ball out well from the back, and I do recall Maguire having a good chance in the 81st minute of the game against Brighton. Prior to the game against Brighton, Rangnick was protecting Harry Maguire. he said Maguire is Man United's captain, and I've no reason to change that, because obviously Man United fans have been demanding for the captaincy to be taken off Maguire. Maguire, though, has got to persist with them performances. Having one good game is not going to change our perception on him. Maguire is the worst signing Manchester United have ever made. Manchester United overpaid for him as well, got him for 80 million, so he's the most expensive centre-half in the world at the moment, and he's the second most expensive signing at the club. We got Maguire from Leicester back in the summer of 2019. Maguire's been at Man United over 2 years now, and he's endured a few injuries as well since he come to Man United. Left back, I'm going to go with Alex Telles. I think he'll come in for Luke Shaw. Telles didn't start in the 2-0 win against Brighton, but he did come on. Not so long ago, Telles did have COVID. Telles has really impressed me in the games he's played in under Rangnick. Manchester United got Telles from Porto back in 2020. We got him in a deal worth 15.4 million with add-ons included. The reason we brought Telles in was to provide competition for Luke Shaw. Do you think he'll leave Man United in the summer? Telles has been subjected to transfer speculation before. So yeah, Telles at left back. The three centre midfielders, I'm going to go with Paul Pogba, Scott McTominay and Bruno Fernandez. Pogba, he didn't start against Brighton, but he did come on and he got an assist. I've got to give Paul Pogba credit. Pogba's done really well since he recovered from injury. So yeah, did well when he came on against Brighton. He also did well in the 1-1 draw against Southampton. Unfortunately though, he had a goal disallowed in that game. Did well against Burnley at Turf Moor. He scored in that game. That was his first goal of the season, and he did well on his return against Middlesbrough in the FA Cup. If you do remember rightly, Pogba won the penalty in normal time in the cup game against Middlesbrough. Pogba is injury prone because he's endured quite a few injuries since he re-signed for the club. I give you news on Paul Pogba yesterday. It said Paul Pogba is open to Premier League offers if he leaves Manchester United this summer. Pogba's out of contract at Man United in the summer. Well, not so long ago it said that he would be open to staying at Man United beyond the end of his contract. Revert back to earlier on this season, it said Pogba would be willing to stay at Man United as long as Ralph Rangnick is the manager for next season, because it said that Pogba's been impressed by Ralph Rangnick since his arrival. This season has been Pogba's 6th season at Man United since he re-signed. He's won 3 trophies at the club so far. He's played over 200 games and Manchester United paid £89 million for him. So reflecting on that, he's our most expensive signing at the moment. As for McTominay, he's done well in 2 games against Leeds. He put a very good performance out against Leeds on the opening day. Man United won that game 5-1. And he did very well in the 6-2 win against Leeds at Old Trafford last season. He scored 2 goals in that game. McTominay has been out of form though recently. I don't think he's good enough to represent the club. McTominay has been part of the club though for a long time. He came up our academy in that. Revert back to 2020, he committed his future to the club, McTominay, because he did sign a 5-year contract. Bruno Fernandez, he played against Brighton. He scored Manchester United's second goal in the 97th minute of stoppage time. He should have had another goal against Brighton because he missed a one-on-one opportunity. Bruno Fernandez is back in form now. He's one of our best players and he's certainly one of the best signings we've made since Ferguson retired. Bruno Fernandez has been a Manchester United player for 2 years. Man United got him from Sporting Lisbon back in January 2020. Earlier on this season, it did say that Bruno Fernandez rejected a contract offer from Man United. Obviously, Bruno Fernandez contract talks are postponed until the summer, having turned down an offer last year. Bruno Fernandez was demanding similar money to the top earners at the club. Fernandez receives £100,000 a week at the moment. He's under contract with Man United until 2025. There's an option of a further 12 months. Now, left wing, I'm going to go with Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford played against Brighton. Well, he didn't start, but he came on in the game. Rashford, he's doing alright at the moment. He got an assist in the 1-1 draw against Southampton for that Jaden Sanchez goal. It was a lovely ball by Marcus Rashford to sign Sancho. He did alright in the 1-1 draw against Burnley at Turf Moor. He had an early chance in that game. He had chances in the cup game against Middlesbrough. He did have a goal disallowed in that game by VAR. Don't forget, Rashford came off the bench and scored the winner against West Ham before the international break. He scored in the 3-1 win against Brentford. Reflecting on that, that ended Marcus Rashford's 3-month goal drought. But a lot of United fans, including me, have said that Rashford has not been the same player since he had that operation on his shoulder. Rashford missed the first 2 months of the season with that shoulder problem. And earlier on this season, he had a minor leg injury. Rashford's contract at Manchester United expires next year. Earlier on this season, it said Rashford was preparing to open contract talks with Manchester United. Rashford receives £200,000 a week at the moment. Rashford's been a target for PSG. Barcelona went in for him earlier on this season, so he's been subjected to transfer speculation before. Marcus Rashford, though, has been part of the club for a long time, came up our academy. He's been a United player since the age of 7 and he broke into our senior squad back in 2016. And since then, he's gone on to make nearly 300 appearances in all competitions. On the right wing, I'm going to go with Jaden Sanchez. Jaden Sanchez in scintillating form at the moment. I thought Sancho was good against Brighton. He scored in the 1-1 draw against Southampton. I thought he played very well in the game against Burnley at Turf Moor. Did very well in the cup game against Middlesbrough. He scored in that game, and reflecting on that, that was Sancho's first Old Trafford goal, and it was his FA Cup debut. There's other games as well I've seen him play well in. He played well in the game against Burnley at Old Trafford in the final game of last year, but unfortunately had a goal denied in that game. And he played well against Chelsea and Villarreal away earlier on this season because he scored in both of them games. Sancho's still done nowhere near as well as a lot of United fans expected, but it does take some players time to settle in. Revert back to when we had Solskjaer, we couldn't get the best out of Sancho, because obviously Solskjaer persistently played him out of position, and there was quite a few games Sancho didn't play in under Solskjaer. Sancho endured 4 good years with Borussia Dortmund before he signed for Man United. Man United signed him last summer for 78 million with add-ons included. Man United paid 73 million up front. Sancho's got a contract with Man United until June 2026 as an option of a further year. So yeah, him as the right winner. And the centre forward, I'm going to go with Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo scored in the 2-0 win against Brighton. Ronaldo scored an amazing goal. And reflecting on that, that ended Ronaldo's goal drought, and it was his first goal of 2022. Ronaldo should have had more than one goal against Brighton because he had some good headed chances. But his overall performance against Brighton was very, very good. Ronaldo played in the 1-1 draw against Southampton. He was alright in that one, he had a good early chance, went round the Southampton goalkeeper, hit it, but it was a good clearance from Romain Perraud, and he had a goal disallowed against Southampton. Ronaldo has scored 15 goals in all competitions since he re-signed. He's got over 800 goals in his career. Manchester United re-signed Ronaldo last summer for 20 million with add-ons included. Ronaldo wears a number 7 shirt, and his contract at Manchester United expires next year. But there's an option to extend his contracts for the further year. Ronaldo receives nearly £500,000 a week, so reflecting on that, he's the highest earner at Man United at the moment. Not so long ago, he said Ronaldo could quit Man United in the summer, halfway into his 2-year deal. Ronaldo told his friends that he's starting to feel his age. Next month, he is planning for showdown talks with his agent about his Manchester United future. And a report from Spain said not so long ago that Ronaldo and Ralph Rangnick's relationship at Man United is totally fractured. Over 3 weeks ago, don't forget, Ronaldo gave an interview. So anyway, that's how I think Manchester United could line up against Leeds. By the way, Edison Cavani is now back because he recently returned to full training. Cavani was recently out with injury. He's still injured, but he doesn't really get in the team anyway. Matic has got a shin injury. Chom was recently out with injury as well. I'm expecting Manchester United to beat Leeds. Man United are coming into this game on the back of a 2-0 win against Brighton. The last time Manchester United lost to Leeds was in the FA Cup third round back in January 2010. That game was 1-0 to Leeds. The goal came from Jermaine Beckford. This fixture at Ellen Road last season between Leeds and Man United was 0-0. In that game, Calvin Phillips had Bruno Fernandez in his pocket. Like I said, Man United beat Leeds 5-1 on the opening day of this season. Beat Leeds 6-2 at Old Trafford last season. Man United beat Leeds 4-0 in Australia in pre-season back in the summer of 2019. And Man United beat Leeds 3-0 at Ellen Road back in 2011. Leeds, they're enduring a very poor season. The 15th in the league at the moment. Leeds, though, were very good last season. Last season Leeds finished 9th. The season before last, Leeds did win the championship. That was their first trophy in 28 years. And don't forget, back in 2004, Leeds did get relegated, so they were out of the top flight for 16 years. The Leeds manager is Marcelo Bielsa. Last year Bielsa signed a 1-year contract. He only signs 1-year deals. Marcelo Bielsa has been Leeds manager now for quite a few years. He's got a pretty decent pedigree behind him. Managed quite a lot of clubs in his managerial career. A long time ago he managed in Argentina, did Marcelo Bielsa. And don't forget, a long time ago Marcelo Bielsa worked with Pep Guardiola. And obviously Bielsa taught Pep Guardiola, and Guardiola's been following Bielsa's philosophy at City. So you can say Guardiola's only good because of Bielsa. I do know a lot of the players that Leeds have got, like I mentioned on the preview and that. They've got players like Rafinha. He's very good, Rafinha, probably the best player Leeds have got, but he's been out of form recently. But I think Rafinha will be convinced that he can regain his form. They do have Rodrigo. He did well recently, but I think Rodrigo's been a very poor signing for Leeds. He's done nowhere near as well as a lot of Leeds fans expected. Leeds got Rodrigo from Valencia. Diego Llorente, I think he's very good. Junior Firpo, he's been very poor for Leeds. But there again, he's had quite a few injuries and he's out with injury at the moment. Leeds got Junior Firpo from Barcelona. Daniel James, he's done well since he went to Leeds. Leeds got Daniel James from us last year. The reason we offloaded Daniel James is because he didn't really get in our team. If Daniel James plays on Sunday, he'll be reuniting with Manchester United. They have Somerville Leeds, he's a winner, don't really know much about him. Patrick Bamford, he's a very good player. He scores a lot of goals for Leeds. Bamford's injured at the moment, won't be playing on Sunday. Leeds got Bamford from Middlesbrough. They have that Joe Geldhart, he's a striker. Leeds got him from Wigan. They had that Robin Koch. Sam Greenwood, he's an under-23s player. Leeds got Sam Greenwood from Arsenal. They have Jack Harrison, he's a good player, Jack Harrison. Leeds got him from Man City. At one point, Jack Harrison was on loan at Leeds for 3 seasons. Obviously, Leeds have him permanently now. Liam Cooper, don't rate him at all. He just can't cross a ball. He needs to improve a lot on his crossing and his overall gameplay. Liam Cooper's out with injury at the moment. Calvin Phillips, he's a very good midfielder. He doesn't want to leave Leeds, he's already made that clear. My club, Man United, won him. Arsenal and Liverpool entered the race for him recently. I think Leeds do value Calvin Phillips at around £60 million. You have Matthias Click as well. I don't really rate him. Stuart Dallas, he's very good. He's versatile, Stuart Dallas. He can play in various positions. I do think though Stuart Dallas is predominantly a right back. Stuart Dallas is out with injury at the moment. Adam Forshaw, at one point he was out with injury for a while. He does play for Leeds sometimes. Tyler Roberts, you know, he's a young player Leeds have got. Don't really rate him, to be honest with you. But I think Leeds need to give him more time because, like I've just mentioned, he's young. Luke Kaelin, they've got him, you know, he's a good defender. They've got that Jamie Shackleton as well. And the goalkeeper Leeds have is Maguire. He's Leeds' first choice goalkeeper. Let me put into the equation that Leeds lost Alioski. That was a bad blow for Leeds. Alioski went to Saudi Arabia from Leeds. So there you go. The game on Sunday kicks off at 2 o'clock. And it is live on Sky Sports. Manchester United's next game after Leeds is Atletico Madrid in the Champions League. So there you go. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon.